Hello and welcome back to Gapeys Grow Room. It is finally time to start some seeds for this season. So the first seeds I always start every year are the alliums. So that is onions, leeks, scallions, that sort of thing. And I've got several new varieties to try this season, so I'm going to show you what I'm going to be starting. I've also got some pepper seeds that take a really long time to germinate, so I'm going to also start some of those today. We're going to start with our onions. I've got 4 different varieties here, as well as a garlic, which I'll talk a little bit more about in a minute. But I've grown the red Weathersfield last year, which turned out really good. One thing to note about onions is they do not store very well, the seeds that is. So this is the only variety that I saved from last year's seed, and the rest of these are new. So you'll want to get your seeds new at least every other year because they do have trouble germinating any longer than that. So that one is there. And then this is a new one from Botanical Interest that I haven't tried before. And I don't think I've grown a white onion. The rest of these are red or yellow. I've got Gladstone here. And this one is an intermediate day. Depending on where in the country or in the US you live, you'll want to either get short day, long day, or intermediate day. So in my area here in the northern Washington area, long day is the best type of onion to grow, but I am giving this intermediate day a try just because I think I might be able to get by with doing that. If you're in the south, you want short day, and then the middle of the US, you want intermediate day. And then we've got this one. This is a yellow onion called Newburgh. And all of these are supposed to be good storing onion varieties. And most of these onions, at least the bulbing kind, take about 100 days to maturity. And then this scallion here, these don't take nearly as long. Let's see, this one, it says it's 55 days, so about half as long as these bulbing ones. And then we've also got this garlic. This is from Row 7 Seeds, and it's basically a leek that tastes like garlic. I grew this for the first time last year, and it was really good. So I'm going to try that again. Hopefully these seeds will germinate okay. So I start onions a little bit differently than I do most other seeds. So I've got this potting soil here. This is just Pro Mix, and I've pre-wetted it just to get it a little bit moist so it's not super dry. And then I've also added a little bit more perlite because I think we need some better drainage for our seed starting. So one thing I do differently with the onions is I don't use seed starting mix because they're going to be in this soil until they get transplanted outside. So I want them to have a more potting mix type of soil. And ProMix does not have much nutrients in it, so I will be adding some more nutrients because they're going to be in this soil for so long. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up this large size. It's called a 3.5 inch tall container. So it's taller than your regular 3.5 inch containers. So I'm just going to add some soil to that. And I'm going to also add some nutrients. And one of my favorite nutrients for adding to potting mix is this all-purpose Ivy Organics fertilizer. You can get that from the Ivy Organic website. And I've got a coupon code also if you're interested in the description of the video. So I'm just going to add a couple teaspoons, I guess, to the bottom of the container here. And then I'll just kind of shake it in to mix it up. And I'll add another handful of soil just to get it mixed up. It doesn't need that nutrient until it gets a little bit more mature, so I'm not going to be putting it throughout the whole mix. I just want it kind of at the bottom so that the roots will be able to get to it once they get big enough. I'm going to pretty much start all of these onion seeds the same. Each variety is going to go into its individual container. This one here is the red Weathersfield. I'm just going to pour a handful of seeds out here. Now these are really hard to see because they're black. You can buy some seeds from, I think, maybe Johnny's that will come pelleted and in a white coating that makes it a lot easier to see, which is helpful. So we're just going to try and get those spaced out evenly. And I think since these are 1-year-old seeds, I'm going to be a little bit more generous because they may not germinate as well as these newer seeds. Now these do not need light to germinate, so we're going to go ahead and cover these with some more potting mix. You only need about 1/4 inch or so on top. And we can't forget these labels. I like to use this big roll that I got from Greenhouse Mega Store. These last me quite a while. I go through a lot of labels. So we're going to label this Red Weathersfield. I find putting it in pencil actually lasts longer and it doesn't fade. And the next thing I like to do is just squirt the top of the soil with some water because you don't want your seeds to dry out. And onions don't really need that warm of temperature to germinate, so I'm probably not going to put these on a heat mat. I'll just set these on my grow shelf and keep an eye on them, and they should germinate in probably less than a week. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing with the rest of my onions here, and then we'll move on to our pepper. I just opened up these Gladstone onion seeds, and you can see that the seeds are actually coated in silver. So that makes seeing the seeds much easier when we're planting them. They're almost the same color as the perlite, so there is that, but they're definitely easier to see than those black seeds. So it should be a lot easier to space these out evenly. And since these are newer seeds, we shouldn't have too much trouble with the germination. Now, because our bunching onions only take 55 days to reach maturity, I'm going to use a little bit smaller container to start those in. So this is also a 3.5 inch, but as you can see, it's much shorter than these other ones that I used for the bulbing onions. So we're going to do the same process, but we're just going to use this slightly shorter container. Right, the last thing I'm going to be starting today are some pepper seeds. These are rocoto peppers, also called capsicum pubescens. And you can see that these pepper seeds are black. So that is a unique trait of this type of pepper. And this one is from Chris Fowler. It's called Olive Rocoto Long, I believe. And I did try growing these last season, and unfortunately none of them germinated, so I am going to try again. If you've ever tried growing rocoto seeds, they are very difficult to germinate. So I'm actually going to try 2 different ways. I've got some of my favorite seed starting mix here that I normally use for pretty much all my other pepper seeds and tomato seeds, everything except for the onions. This is my favorite. It's from Jiffy. This is just the Jiffy seed starting mix. It's organic. You can get it just about anywhere. I usually just get it on Amazon because they have a pretty decent price usually. So I'm going to be planting them in this 4-cell tray, and I'm going to fill up 2 of the cells with this seed starting mix. And I did pre-moisten this just like I did the potting soil that I used for the onions. And I'm not going to be adding any additional fertilizer to this. I think it's got enough to get the seeds started, and they're not going to be in this container for a really long time like the onions, so they don't really need as much fertilizer. Now I'm going to fill up these other 2 cells with our potting mix that we used for the onions, just to kind of try something different, just to see if maybe they might germinate better in one soil medium than the other. I did use Jiffy last year for these, and I had pretty good success with everything else I grew, but because rocotos are so hard to grow, I just did not have any luck. So I'm hoping to have better luck this year with our rocoto seeds. Now I do not have very many seeds left of this. I think there's maybe 8 seeds, so I'm going to be starting, I'm just going to put some, maybe 2 seeds in each cell. I'll be starting the rest of my peppers probably in another, maybe even a month. Now for the top of this, I'm going to put the seed starting mix on the top of all 4 trays, just because I think it will come out better, because the seed starting mix is a lot finer, and so I think it'll have an easier time breaking through that mix. And when you're growing peppers, they typically do like a warmer temperature, so I am going to put these on a heat mat, and I'll probably set that to around 75 or 80 degrees. Since we have such a small container here, I have this little seed starting tray that I got, I think from Jiffy, and it fits perfectly right in there, and it comes with a little dome here so that we can help keep that moisture in. And one more thing I forgot to do is spray the top here with some water. We don't want them to dry out. All right, now we'll move these over to a heat mat. Here are our grow shelves that we're using here in the grow room. These just came from, I believe, I don't know, Home Depot or Lowe's or maybe even Costco. But we've got 2 trays here. This is our tray of onions that we've got. I've got them in a 10-20 tray. And I'm going to be covering those just to help keep that moisture in with a humidity dome. And this is a taller humidity dome than you would normally find. And I did happen to find this at Epic Gardening. And I am an affiliate, so I've got a code that you can use for, I think it's 5 or 10% off. But we're going to keep those in there until they germinate. And once they germinate, then I'll be taking this humidity dome off and getting them under some lights. So these are the lights I'm using. I've got a Mars Hydro over here, and then this one is a Spider Farmer. They will both work pretty much the same. And we've got our pepper here. So I've got, I don't even know what brand this is. All the heat mats you can find online are pretty much the same. Just make sure that you get one of these temperature sensors so that the heat mat doesn't get too hot. So we got that plugged in, and right now, let's see what it's set at. You can do either Fahrenheit or Celsius, but I'm in the US, so we do Fahrenheit here. So we're set at 77 degrees, which I think should be fine for our peppers here. And we got one thing you don't want to forget to do is put this probe here into our peppers. So we got to put that, this conveniently has some holes on top. So I'm just going to stick it through one of those holes and right into the soil. So once it reaches the correct temperature, then it will turn the heat mat off and our seeds won't cook. So I don't know, it could be anywhere. I think when I grew rocotos before, it took up to around 3 weeks, I think, for them to germinate. So we'll cross our fingers that these come up, and our onions, they should be up within a few days. Well, it sure feels good to get some seeds started for this season. Hopefully we have good germination. I'm sure I'll be doing some grow room updates throughout this season so you can see how fast these germinated or if they even germinated at all. Hopefully in the next few weeks I'll be posting an update of that. If you're in the northern US and grow long day onions, let me know what your favorite varieties are because I'm always looking for new varieties to try. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.